Lag BaOmer is always on the same day as Purim. This is something that the Torah and Shulchan Aruch discusses, and these kind of things are never by accident. So we must look to find a connection between Lag BaOmer and Purim. There's a fascinating Gemara in Megillah about the party that Esther had. The party that Esther had, that she invited. I should hold it?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Well,
okay. That she invited Haman to the party. And everybody asks, why did she invite Haman to the party? If one looks at Rashi and Taisus over there, they say something amazing. She said, I'm going to do this. I'm going to lower myself to invite somebody who's an antagonist to me, and Hashem should see this as a service to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that I'm even willing to invite somebody that I despise to come to the party. We understand that Esther was a frum Jew, and to invite somebody who wants to eradicate the Jews, that is almost a blasphemous thing unless it's done for a very important purpose. This idea is something that we find was, according to some, the Aveira of the Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva. The Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva were loinagu kavod zeh b'zeh. Each one was a gadol in Torah himself, and they didn't think that they need to come on to other people for them to grow. The truth is exactly the opposite. There are those that say that I learned from my Rabbeim the least, my Chavrusa more, and my students even more. There are many different explanations to that Mishnah. Some explain that when you get asked a question by your student, you're forced to think fast and come up with an answer, so that causes you to have to grow. Person who puts himself in a situation which causes him to have to grow is something which is what we look for. When we invite people that are equal to us to say a Dvar Torah, then we are putting ourselves in a situation where we are forcing ourselves to grow. The Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva did not see this idea, and therefore they all died at this time. Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai was a Talmid of Rabbi Akiva. The Svarim HaKadoshim say that Rabbi Akiva was really supposed to die on Lag BaOmer, but instead his Talmid Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai died on Lag BaOmer. The Gemara tells us that everything that Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai taught us, he taught it to us in the name of Rabbi Akiva. And this is Mavura and all the Midrashe Halacha, this is Frost and Free, etc. V'kula maliba de Rabbi Akiva, because Rabbi Akiva is the one who was the disseminator of Torah Shebaal Peh that we have. Part of the avodah that we have on this day is to make up for that which the Talmidim of Rabbi Akiva were deficient in, and that is for having kavod for our peers. At this time of year, when everybody is working on themselves to make themselves better, it's important that we realize that the person who sits next to you in shul, the person who sits next to you in the Beis Medrash, even the person who sits next to you at work, they have something to offer about themselves that can help you improve in your avodas Hashem. If we would all take that lesson, we would be doing something to light up the Madura of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. The custom has been here in the past few years, since the Ason Meron, to say some Tehillim for all of Klal Yisrael. I believe that besides the danger that people in Eretz Yisrael feel, whether it's in the north, the south, or missiles that could come from Iran, the world over, Jews, whether speaking about in England, all over the world, there are all kind of anti-Semitic actions that are happening all over the place. Klal Yisrael needs an extra shmira. And it's our time at this time to put our hearts and our lips out to HaKadosh Baruch Hu to be mispalel for Shalom al Kol Yisrael. We're going to say two kapitlach of Tehillim, Kof Chaf Aleph and Kof Lamed. Shir Amaloi Sesai Naya Lehorim Me'ayin Yavoy Ezri Ezri Me'im Adoinoi Oisei Shamayim V'oretz Al Yitein Amoit Raglecho Al Yonum Shomrecho Hine Lo Yonom V'lo Yishon Shomer Yisrael Adonai Shomrecho, Adonai Tzilcho Yad Yeminecho. Yoy Mama Shemesh Lo Yakeko V'Yoreach Baloilo. Adonai Yishmorcho Mikol Ra, Yishmor Es Nafshecho. Adonai Yishmor Tzescho V'Yecho Me'ato V'Yad Olam. Shir Amalois, V'mamakim Krosicho Adonai. Adonai Shemo B'Koli, Tiyen Oznecho Kashuvois L'Kol Tachanunoi. Im Avonois Tishmor Yo, Adonai Miyamoi. Ki Imcho Aslicho L'man Tivorei. Ki visi Adonai kimso nafshi v'lidvaroi yocholti. Nafshi l'Adonai mishoimrim laboiker, shoimrim laboiker. Yachel Yisrael el Adonai, kim Adonai hachesed barbei moifedus. V'hu yiftes Yisrael mikol avoinoi sov. Achenu kol beis Yisrael tzumos yevdavah magam hilel shtabagalo b'zman kariv v'nazman. Okay, looks like it's happening. I would light my cigarette. Where's the hole? There's a hole over here on the bottom someplace. Is there a hole?
There's a hole at this side. Stand back, Yosef. Stand back off the rock.